Welcome to 7 Days to Die Sorcery Mod, and this is the update with ICE that is out right now for everybody to get. You can get it off the mod launcher, you can get this from any site that has the mods, you can get it from the 7 Days to Die forums, or from the Discord, the Sorcery Discord page. This is on Alpha 19.5, and this is Sorcery version 0.941. So with that, let's get started with a new game and show you what ICE has to offer. Now is a good time to hit that like and subscribe button for more awesome videos. Alright, welcome to a new game of Sorcery, and you may or may not know this, but Sorcery is not an overhaul mod, so it doesn't make a whole lot of changes. It actually just brings in new elements to the game and new things to play with, specifically Sorcery. So what we're going to do is show you the new parts of ice as well as fire and how to get started in all of this. And you can actually get started with sorcery right away as your first quest just by reading this new book here. So we're going to read that. Alright, little time to explain, so listen carefully. You've noticed it by now, have you not? The world is different. There's something much worse on the horizon. The first blood moon, that's when it was discovered. Essence. The elders believe essence to be the life and creation itself. You won't survive much longer as a mundane, so take this and make haste. So we're going to accept this. And by the way, you should run right away, because you're going to have those guys chasing you and hitting you until they die. Alright, so that is the opening sorcery quest here. That is a nice little summon that you get. So we're going to go ahead and get started here and loot the bodies. And you can see we're already getting some health potions, some ice spells, some ice essence. We'll go through and loot all of these. We get spirit potion, fire spells, and fire essence. Alright, so get all of these. Alright, we got an ice skill elixir and ice spell cast. Very important. And here we get an lightning skill elixir. So we'll take that. And over here, now we have the fire skill elixir and the fire spell cast. So the spell casts are what you use to actually cast the spells. Alright, so continuing on here. What the hell? The Fallen, Elders, Blood Moons? None of this makes sense. Who the hell is this Unknown or Alton? What do they mean by mundane? Maybe this chest has answers. So we're going to go ahead and lay down this chest. It's kind of nice. Does a nice little float. So we're going to loot the chest. Alright, we're going to take up all of this stuff. A sorcerer desk, an enchanted mortar, some armor, and some scrolls here. So we're going to take all of that. And then I'm going to go... Oh, here's the quest right here. So if you're reading this, it's already too late. You must finish what I failed to do. The awakened are coming, and they'll stop at nothing to destroy this world. Start by inciting one of my conjuration scrolls, matching the starting element of your choice. So this is important. You can only choose one. You choose and learn an element by consuming a skill elixir found on a Fallen, which we already did. Only then will you be able to comprehend my journals of knowledge. So the order is the conjuration scroll, then the skill elixir, and then the journal of knowledge. So we're going to continue that. And then we're going to go here and make this our active quest line here. So it wants us to wear the arcane sorcerer hood. It's kind of hard. There we go. That's easier to read. Wear the arcane sorcerer hood, wear the arcane sorcerer chest, and place the sorcerer desk. Alright, so we're going to wear the hood, wear the chest. We'll put the desk down. I don't recommend doing this, right in the middle of the street. You probably want to put this wherever your base is going to be. But for the purpose of this, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so now I must choose an element. We can choose fire or lightning right now. Or, I'm sorry, we can choose fire or ice right now. Lightning is not available, so we'll put that over here. This is the ice skill elixir. This is the fire skill elixir. That is the fire spell cast and the ice spell cast. And then this is lightning. Lightning is being worked on. That'll be a future release. And actually, for completing that quest, I actually got a skill point. This is a skill grimoire. You read this, and it'll actually give you a skill point. So this really helps you progress your sorcery attributes without having to mess with, too much taken away from the vanilla aspect, because you still need that. Like I said, this is not an overhaul, so you still have all of this as 100% normal. You just have the addition of sorcery, fire, and ice right now. And then, like I said, later is lightning, unholy, and sorcery. Or holy sorcery. Alright, so we're going to pick an element. Like I said, we can only do one. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the... I'm going to start with ice. So we're going to start here. So we go to use. I am now an initiate fire sorcerer. Ice sorcerer. I keep saying fire. Alright, so now we're going to use the conjured ice gear scroll. So this intro ice gear, it's a one-time use, so we're going to use that. Alright, and these are the items that we got out of it. So the important one is the Journal of Ice Knowledge. This is what allows you to continue with ice and starts an ice chain as well. So you want to make sure that you read this here. And your first is going to be Ice Essence and Ice Spellforge. You're useless without them. You must gather Ice Essence. Alright. So by default, alright, so upon harvesting enough from the snow biome, snow trees, or potassium, you want to craft and place an Ice Spellforge. Okay? And this is super critical. So by default on that quest, we actually got some items to get us started, but not quite enough to make a full Ice Spellforge here. We need more essence, nitrate powder, small stone, and clay soil. So we're going to have to go out and find that kind of stuff. Okay. One of the things we did get was an aspect of ice rune, and this is really neat because this goes actually in your chest piece here. So we're going to modify that, put that in just like you would a mod, complete it, and we now have the rune there, and to activate it, we hit the F button. Alright, and you can see this little symbol showed up right over here. We now have an ice aura, and when enemies come within range, they'll take 3 damage per second, so it's just a little bit of extra damage. And by the way, this does go through walls and doors, so standing in front of a door while the zombies are trying to beat through will damage them if you're close enough, so that's pretty nice. So right now, if we want to continue with the Ice Spellforge, I'm going to have to get some more Ice Essence, which is this right here, more nitrate, and more clay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then be right back. Alright, so I'm going to switch my quest here to the Journal of Ice Knowledge so we can follow that, since this is the main ice chain. And I just need a little bit more stone, and then I'll have enough. Alright, I do now have enough material to make the Ice Spellforge, and you make that in the desk. And that takes just 1 minute. You don't have to watch it being made because the quest just says to gather it and place it. So it doesn't matter who makes it. You just have to have it in your inventory and then place it down. So just a few more seconds to go. Alright, we have made the Ice Spellforge. I'm going to take that into my inventory. Alright, so that part is done. And then I'm going to place it down here. I'm going to put it right here. And now you have your Spellforge, your Ice Spellforge. So having learned the importance of Ice Essence, you will do well to master it should you wish to discover an abundance. Now that you've placed an Ice Spellforge, you can transmute Ice Essence into its raw form for crafting. This process of transmutation is required to perform all major ice sorceries. You'll practice this process now by crafting your first ice spell and spellcast weapon, if necessary. You'll need them. Alright, so we already have the spell cast because we looted it actually. So this works just like a regular forge. You need to supply it with wood or another burning fuel, and then you need to put ice essence in here to smelt it down. So I don't have any resources to burn, so let me take care of that. Alright, so I'm going to put some coal in here. I'm going to let that burn up. Alright, and so it smelts down your ice essence and turns it into usable essence in the Spellforge. And as you can see, I have the ice spell here, but I haven't spent any points yet. So let's go back and do that. So now we're going to go to the ice spell sorcery tree. Yeah, ice sorcery tree. And I need to put a point here in ice so I can make the ice spell, because that is what that level is. I don't have any points, but if you remember, I did get one. And I completed another quest that gave me one, so I actually get 2 skill points here. So I'm going to do that one. Also going to do this one here. Alright, and now I have 2 skill points. And I'm going to put one here in ice spell. Alright, so now when I go into the forge, that is available to me. And I can make 10 spells so far. So we'll go ahead and do that. And you can see that it makes them relatively quick. And this is, obviously it's your ice spell, so this is your main ammo. Alright, so I'm going to collect that. And I just need one more to complete the quest. Alright. And now I have a quest. The time has come to test your knowledge of ice. Let's see if the elders were right about you. For your sake, I sure as hell hope so. What takes most a lifetime to even come close to achieving, you must do in a single day. Be well prepared for what lies ahead, Ice Sorcerer. It's all or nothing now, after all. Sorcerer Alton. So we're going to continue, and it actually wants to send me somewhere over this way to complete a quest, which is defeating the undead using Ice Sorcery. So I will meet you over there. Alright, so here I am ready to do this quest. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the spell cast here, the ice spell cast. I'm going to make that my secondary weapon here. I do have a wooden club as backup. But basically this kind of works like a bow and arrow or a gun. And yeah, I have 40 ammo. I'm going to get this started. And again, these types of quests, they always run at you right at the beginning. So you want to run away a little bit until you hear the comets come. Or the meteors. It is nice because you can loot them. But the quest is really to kill the lumberjacks here. So we're going to kill them with the ice. Oh, if we can hit them. Man, look at that. Terrible shots. I promise it's not that hard to hit them. There we go. Alright, so I only have to kill one of these two. And now that I've used some spells, there we go, completed. And here comes another round. Oh. They are fast, so you want to avoid them. Alright, all dead. So again, I want to kill another one. That's contest. The quest is continuing. Got that one killed. Oh, there's a lot more of them this time. Alright, so that quest is now complete, but you still want to continue killing these guys, so when that little pop-up happens, it can be poorly timed. Alright, so let's keep using the ice. Alright, and as you can see, they kind of have the little frost going on, because they're actually getting damage from that ice aura that I have. Alright. I did go up a level as well. So let's clear this guy out here. And then loot the bodies. It's very important to loot the sorcerer bodies. You will get some good stuff here. We got a potion bottle, a spirit potion, some essence and spells. Much of the same thing. Spirit potion, more spells. Which is helping me with my quest here because I have to gather 60 spells. I got a health potion. These are really handy to have. I'm going to put that down here. Take the rest of that and get this one here. Gathered enough spells, which is nice. Alright. There we go. And then might as well grab this little loot bag here while I was here. Some money to sell. Alright, so now the quest continues. And now I have to defeat an actual Ice Fallen, one of these. I have to defeat it on my own. So I'm going to go this way, and I will meet you there. Alright, so these quest spots are random. And unfortunately, mine is on the roof of this building. So I'm going to have to clear this building out first, or just fly to the top. And what I'm going to do is, just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to fly to the top here and get it started. And it'll actually really will make this this interesting to complete because it's on top of this. Alright, so there's going to be zombies up here by default, so let me see if I can take care of those first. Alright, I'm doing really bad here, so let's take a health potion. Stop that bleed, which is nice. Alright, so I do have a sprained arm and an infection going on. So let's take care of that too. Alright, so one of the potions I didn't really get, but I just used the creative mode to bring it in, was the remedy potion. And the remedy potion will get rid of the sprained arm and the infection right away. It'll also get rid of broken legs and everything like that. So a very handy potion to get started with. Alright, so I just want to get you through this here. Let's go ahead and start this. You're going to have the ones that run at you, and then ones that shoot at you. So those are the runners. The meteors are going to take care of those. So let me get out of here and see if I can't meet up with the others here. Alright, so all these zombies are in the way. Let's get out of there. We need to find the one that was shooting. But while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and loot her. Okay, so this is the one that we have to defeat as the quest. It's nice because she does have a health bar. And you want to loot them while they're alive. Super important to loot while alive. That is the only way to get their blood. And then you really have to dodge their shots, but if she's frozen like that, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so she's about to have friends here. Alright, got her. And then you can loot what's left of her. Alright. So we have just done most of the beginning quest, and the last one here is just to kill a couple of zombies with the ice aura on. So that'll finish as soon as these guys die. Alright, there's one, and there's two. So I also just completed that last one. Alright. So I have just done the opening quest line, and now I have all of these other quests that I can do for ice and for regular sorcery. Alright, let's check my inventory here. I got some good stuff here. I looted this from the Fallen, her blood, and also a ritual stone. I ended up getting 2 more skill points, so we're going to go ahead and read those. And I haven't even done the beginning quest yet, so I haven't gone to the trader or anything like that yet. But you can see that I get skill points just for doing that. And then for completing the chain, I actually got another ice skill elixir. And that is the only way to raise your ice sorcery level up. You cannot buy these. You can't buy that. You can only increase it by using the ice skill elixir. So we'll go back to inventory, and we'll use that. Alright. And then go back to here, and now that is level 3. And now I can spend my 4 points in any of this that I want to do. I'm going to increase the aspect of ice. It'll increase the range to 2.5 meters. It'll increase some of the damage. And has a 10% chance to freeze the attacker, so we'll do that. We can make the Comet spell, which was a quest. The Ice Storm. And let's see what other quests there were for ice. There's the Comet spell, craft ice powder. This is a really good quest here. If I can kill another ice fallen, I will get another skill elixir as a reward. They are also lootable off of the fallen as well. Very low chance though. armor set. I can make the armor set here as a quest. Spell arrows, spell turrets, and ice storm spell. All right, and then you get your ice spell trap as well. So you have a lot of these quests, and as you can see, each one that you complete, you'll actually get a skill point for in most cases. So actually, pretty much all of these will give you a skill point for completing. So again, you don't have to worry about spending too many points in the beginning that you get from vanilla. In sorcery, you can just complete sorcery as you go and get more skill points to build that up. It actually makes it really nice and convenient. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to my table, my sorcerer desk, and I'm going to show you a couple things that we can make there. Alright, so I'm nearly back, but I actually found a wild ice fallen. So this is for that quest. I'm going to go ahead and take her out, knock her down, and loot her. That's the best strategy, is loot while they're knocked down. And then watch your stamina, especially at the beginning of the game. Now, luckily, they don't regenerate their health until later. However, whoa, don't let them get you. Ooh, she got me. Oh boy, let me get that body there. One of the other new additions, I can see a lightning fall in there. I can see this guy here. But there's also this wisp right here that you can chase down. And I'm going to try to chase it down and loot it. Oh, we got to chase it. Oh, it's tricky. Tricky. There we go, I got it. All right, and I looted some ice or some lightning essence off of it. So if you can find one that has ice or fire, they will give you that essence. Okay, so we got a couple of lightning fallen here, so we're going to take these ones out. I got one here and one over there, but she hasn't seen me yet, so we'll stick with this one first. Alright. Oh, missed. Again, don't let him hit you. It's not pleasant. Oh, like I said, not pleasant when you get hit. Electrocuted. All sorts of bad stuff happens. Alright, so she's gone. I'll loot her body. Oh, and I got some really good potions out of it too, and some good stuff. So besides having a, level 3 club, which really isn't that powerful, you can kill all these things on day 1, obviously. They're not too difficult if you know what you're doing. Alright, so let me go get this other one over here. Let's take care of her. And again, loot while alive. Ah, she turned around and I missed. Points in Pummel Pete really does help. So when you get your first skill points, that's what I like to do, is Pummel Pete. Alright, so we loot the body. And even more good stuff. Alright. Alright, so now let's go back to the desk, now that we got that area cleared. Alright, so here you are back at the desk. And now, at the desk, I have some options of making an ice trap or a spell arrow, but I do need an ice core. All of that can be found in here. So we already smelted down some ice essence here, so that is what we need to do to make an ice core. And also the comet spells as a quest too, so we'll do that. We'll make that one. And we just got more skill points for doing that as well. So we're going to go ahead and make the ice core. And now I have more skill points to do. I did get another ice skill elixir for killing that wild fallen. So we're going to go ahead and use that. Alright, so if you do all those quests, you end up getting up to 4. And now I could put more points like in the aspect of ice to make the ice aura stronger. So we can do that. And spellcast to gain the secondary slide effect, which helps with speed. So if you hold down the right click button, shift, and go, you actually get this nice little speed burst. That's pretty nice. Alright, so let's see where we're at for the core. We got 3 seconds left. We'll go ahead and take those spells. Alright, so we got the ice core. We actually need an ice core in here, and you just shift click to get it there. So we're going to make another one for the desk. And then in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and read all of these. Awesome. Alright, I did pick up one piece of ice clothing, and I'm going to wear it, and I'll show you the bonuses that it gives you too. So by having it, my maximum spirit is increased by 3, regeneration is increased by 0.03, my essence find goes up by 10%, ice damage is increased by 2%. So there's some advantages to having your ice armor for sure. And in the meantime, you can wear any other types of armor, but if you wear arcane armor, you still get some really good bonuses, just because all sorcery damage is increased and all essence is increased. So you get some really good benefits from having the ice armor as well. And lightning, although lightning is not in the game, it will increase your essence find because you can still collect that, and still gives you more spirit and spirit regeneration. So it's still worth wearing in the beginning until you get more clothing for either ice or arcane, depending on which one you're wanting to use. Alright, so our other core is done, so we're going to put that into here. Now that we have the ice core here, it's telling us we need wood and a feather to make an ice spell arrow, and for an ice trap, we have to put the perks in there. And we can easily do that by going here and putting 1 point in the ice trap. Alright, and then if I want to make ice clothing, I need the point in here to be able to unlock initiate ice sorcerer armor at the arcane wheel. Alright, so I do have some wood now and some feathers, so I'm going to go ahead and make a ice spell arrow. Alright. And I think to complete the quest, you actually have to make 10 of them. So let's go find that quest. Ice spell arrow. Gather 10. So we need to make 10 total. So ice spell arrow, we're going to make 10. Or 9, I guess. And luckily it does make them pretty quickly. Alright, and then we just gather them up. We completed that quest, and we got another skill point here. So we're going to read that. Excellent, and we still have another skill point. So you can see just in the first day, we've actually accomplished quite a bit. I did use the creative mode to bring in a little bit of stone, nitrate, and clay, as well as the feathers. But as you know, you can just get a shovel and dig up the wood. The stone is very easy to find. We only needed 100, and we only needed 4 more pieces. So you can still progress pretty far on day 1 into ice and get a good solid foundation. And then you can start playing the game just like you normally would, but now you have the addition of all of these sorcery quests that you can do, both for arcane and for ice. And then if you want to move on to fire, the only way to do that is by maxing out your ice or your sorcery attribute here. You max this out to 10, and then you are able to read this and drink your fire skill elixir, and now you can progress in the fire spell tree as well. So you can have ice and fire at the same time. You just have to max out that sorcery skill tree first. And that's it. Now, right now, it's towards the end of day 1, but I am full blown into the ice play style, and you can too. So as always, thanks a lot for hanging out here. If you've liked this video, don't forget to hit that like video, and a good time to hit that subscribe video, and be on the lookout for more introduction videos as well as playthroughs. I do have a live series going right now where I'm playing through on ice co-op with the Bride of Alton, and I will be doing another new playthrough as well. Don't forget to check those out. I will have those linked in the description at some point. And as always, thank you very much for joining, and I hope you have a good time playing sorcery.